Yo, what you go on, people? This right here is a dancehall news and reviews. DNR hot take, not a cool take, hot take. That one, yeah, hot. Get over here! Yeah, man, people. Now, stepping in my office right now. Right now. Somehow, no, wagwan pan watagwan. From the other day, I launched the Just Talk podcast. I'm gonna see you over there. Me no soon up on the channel, wagwan. Me all drop it on the timeline, wagwan. People, if a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it, did it make a sound? It look like it nah make no sound. Yeah, man, the podcast nah make a sound. I swear to God. We nah go around it. It nah make no sound. People, episode 1. Sir P, about the money ATM. Oh, comes another. Yo, John, one star. Now let me down. I'm not lucky into this. Sir P, all about the money ATM episode. You understand? That's episode 1 of Just Talk Podcast. You understand? Yeah, man. I am your host, Captain of the Vulture Squad, CV, DMR, DNR. You know I go already. All the names. You see me? Episode 2. John was star. Talking about Buju Fish son. You see me? I say, yeah, man. Jazeel. I'll be the same thing another one day. You see me? Foot type defending Jazeel and all them things. They will talk about that. Episode 2 right there, so. Oh, no, lock in. Oh, no clock in, check in for that. Wagwan ya so people, and the latest episode, Vybz Kartel and Skillibeng ruined dancehall. Says 2 lakhs. Oh my, oh dear, oh my, oh wow. You see me? Yeah, people. I mean, I'm going to give you all a preview of all 3 episodes. But what I'm saying is that, ladies and gentlemen, big man thing. Love and respect to the real supporters them. You see me, all who are checking and all who find the Just Talk podcast so far and a lock on the playlist. Yeah, man, big up on yourself. All who are about to forward over, big up on yourself. You see me? More diverse content. I'll cover whole heap of topics, whole heap of episodes to come. I'm just saying, people don't have to lock in. Una feel lucky into the episodes them. Important for the people them hit the like button, drop comment, share the perspective and stuff like that. You see me? And also you can recommend topics that you want me to give my take and perspectives on. You see me? The Just Talk podcast is where me just talk. You understand? Cause more time, some people them just want you play music or play the videos that you're reacting to. Them not understand copyrights. Them not understand how this thing work. More time we have vulture content, but remember good. I'm the original vlogger. Me no need for vulture nobody content. You understand? However, it's giving insight and reacting to content that is very important because people are talking about things and them don't really have the full scope, the full perspective. And we have insight on certain things. So it's imperative that we share our perspectives as well. As I say, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a preview of all 3 episodes. We're going to start off with the Sir P ATM right now. If you have not watched this episode, you can head over to the Just Talk podcast. The link for the playlist will be in the description of this video. Also, it will be pinned in the comment area. So people, subscribe to the channel. Get comfortable on the channel. You understand? Content after content, cause the work I get put in and it a fly over on the head and we can't afford for that. Now, episode 1, we're gonna preview it right now. ATM, Sir P, all about the money or not. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Just Podcast with CV. I am your host. The topic of conversation today is Sir P's retirement. Sir P, the infamous one, Sir P. People, in all actuality, I am a big supporter of Sir P. Enough respect me give the man there. Rate the man there to the fullest for the work we him do year after year. Content after content. Me have to say, big up yourself, Sir P. Big up yourself. Appreciate what you've contributed to the podcast culture, the vlogging culture, our Jamaican culture overall, insight, your in-depth analysis and breakdown of things in our culture, from the negatives to the positives, and how things can be fixed, how things can be mended. Ladies and gentlemen, I must say, much respect goes out to Sir P. Now, people, understand this, Sir P said retirement, and I'm like, okay, retirement, no problem. We understand his reasoning behind it, and I'm all for it. Support him 100%. But people, something a bug me. Something of concern. Now understand that Sir P have whole heap of followers on YouTube and whole heap of followers on Patreon, right? So people who pay for premium content on Patreon, it makes sense that Sir P will continue to provide them content so as long as they stay subscribed to his platform, right? Makes sense, right? Makes a lot of sense to me. From a business standpoint, an ethical standpoint, it makes sense. The people them pay for something, you don't want them drop off. That is, if you don't want them to drop off their membership, their continued patron support, you don't want them to actually cut that off. Therefore, you have to provide content continuously, right? I don't know if it is in perpetuity, but here what my thing now. Me feel away. And me do feel away, and me have to voice my concern on this. For a while now, it has been plaguing me, bugging me, and I figured why not put it on the Just Talk podcast, because me just a talk, you understand? And people, in a real life, right, as me say, me understand the business aspect of it. Me understand the ethical, the moral obligation that people are give your money, are donate towards your patron, they subscribe to your patron, paid subscription. You want to reward those people. Give them content. Now, the YouTubers, the people who support him over the years, yeah, only get left in idols. You understand? Only get left in the dark. The sad part about it, I don't know if it is intentional or unintentional, his content is now locked. Or should I say the new content is now locked behind a paywall. A paywall. And that right there, of me now buying. Of me twisted, of me conflicted, the conundrum of it, because as I said, I understand why I have continuously provide content for those people who are paid subscription, paid membership. It makes sense. But the fact that him still have to make content for those individuals, the idea that he's, or the fact that he's not making content at all for YouTube, that right there so spooky. It's spooky, and I can't go around it. You understand? Year after year, videos after videos, you know, and me respect the fact that the content is still there. All the work he has done over the years is still there. If you're someone new who have never watched Sir P, you can learn about Sir P in 2026. You can actually, like the avid listeners can now tell people, say, yo, you did have the vlogger and Sir P, they look at YouTube and this is him channel, Politics Watch, and he made a video about Awahdis. He made a video about Preke Boy. He made a video talking about the hugless, loveless children of Jamaica. And people, believe me, I know about the hugless, loveless children, because I am one of those hugless, loveless children. And I can speak from that point of view. I can speak because a lot of these topics, they touch deep. They touch deep. You understand? And as I said, speaking from my own personal feeling, just imagine growing up without mother and father, right? So maybe at first they were there in my life, early stages, early childhood. But I remember from forming memory, right? I don't say around 5, 6, my daddy never was around. My daddy was not there. You understand? And my mother and father used to constantly fight. You see me war it out. My father was a woman beater. So my mother was a warrior, and two of them would in a fight all the time. You see me, one bag of fighting and this and that, you see. And I grew up early stages witnessing that. And then obviously daddy run away when me about 5, 6. And yeah, that was it for the daddy part. Mother had to take things in hand, and when I was about 6, she migrated to the United States, and you don't know that go already, she have to work and send back this and that. And mommy never straight from the get-go still. So mommy did take years and years, at least 5, 6 years, 7 years before she sort out and come back. So you can understand what, about 10, 11, 12 them time they spotty memory when she finally come back, you know. So as far as she's concerned, she was providing. But the reality is this: no mother, no father. Growing up with grandma, you know, aunts and uncles around, and you know that go already, you see me? We never know better, so life is what it was. We grew up a certain way. You don't know, get up in a morning, sweep up rubbish heap, on knees and a genie floor polish, and you know, do what we do. Do what we do normally. You see me? I say, from key and peas to mango tree, coconut tree, gully. I do what we do normally. A life that That is what we know. Schooling, school, barely got class. My attendance was less than 50%. You understand? Yeah, man. Yeah. I was absent more than I was present in school. Because even when we got school, yeah, never stay in a class, you know? Them way there. So we grew up a certain way. And then now when me are 16 and finally get filed for and everything go through and me land in America, you see me I say, my reading ability was lacking. Lacking. Can you imagine? You see me? My mother know a discipline. My mother beat me cause my reading shaky and them thing there. Not realizing, say, watch I not growing up. Yes, I be. How the ball game go now? We not to a judge nobody, you know. We just give a perspective, you see me? And that is why I'm always encouraging people to share their views and perspectives in the comments. You understand? Like-minded people do think alike. Plus, you don't know 7 brothers, 7 different minds, you know. You see me? 7 sisters, 7 different minds. So we have to put that out there. So in terms of this Sir P All About the Money episode, I need y'all to head over to the Just Talk podcast channel and subscribe and check out the full episodes and share your views and perspective. So let's preview episode 2, Buju Banton Fish Son episode 2. Yeah man, spicy, very spicy.
I literally almost turn fish. You see me? Because you know Satan manipulate your mind and your character. But you see, because my father sang drag back my memory. But I say weird. No man, no, my father say bye. She know? I took her next day. I walk to church. And I say, this is it.
I have heard of U-turn. I have heard of turnover, turn around, wrong turn. I have heard of turn cornmeal, ton cornmeal. But almost ton fish, I have never heard of that one before. And this is nothing to scoff at, nothing to joke about. Because it is easy for us to run out and say, Jazilia fish, Jazilia this, Jazilia that, rare. But ladies and gentlemen, do not underestimate the fact that this young man is artistic and he's expressing himself in a way in which we can describe as unique. He's expressing himself so clearly, so unbothered because he doesn't care. He's not thinking about how people is going to perceive this, how they're going to look at it. He's expressing himself how him feel. And artistic children, people who are artistic tend to do that. Them just express themselves. Them talk it like it is. Them say it how them feel. Them just blurt it out. Him say it come to mind, and him just talk. You know, we have that saying, talk, but not talk. So him just talk and him no business. Him talk. And we just say, Jazeel, talk, but not talk, brother. Come on, I put a pause on that. You understand? You know, the Yankee them would have say, pause. You know, him just a say it and him no business. He must say, boy, me did a entertain some thoughts. Yeah, people, understand this, you know. Many human beings might, certain things come to their mind. Because, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to the ball game. After all, this is the Just Talk podcast. So me have a talk, people. Me not afraid of a guy. Me a talk plain. I have not entertained any homo thoughts per se, but pay attention to what me I say, people. I am quite repulsed at any idea of man to man. You understand? Man kissing man, man bending over man sucking man loving man, any man business. I am quite repulsed by it. Me not understand it, me not comprehend it. I don't get it. Me not see what's the fascination at all. Me not go bend over my wife an entire back door. Me not giant backdoor business even if it's with a woman. Me not giant backdoor business none at all. So me not understand. Me no overs. Men are disgusting creatures. To me, that is. You have your overs. Remember say me a man. Straight man. So me find man disgusting. I am repulsed by man. Man. Ew, disgusting. So, me not understand. Me understand why a woman would be attracted to a woman. Because I'm attracted to women, their shape, their curves, boobs, their lips, everything about them I find so attractive. So, if another woman see the same thing with me see, and find that attractive, that makes sense to me. The fact that I'm repulsed by a man, me have to wonder where the woman them see in a man. Why them seeing a man? So obviously now me I go say, where a man a seeing a man? What the hell? That can't make no sense. My brain can't wrap around that. Me can't fathom that at all. Me can't fathom it. But ladies and gentlemen, I am not an idiot. I fully grasp and understand the reality of life. A man that is attracted to a man is attracted to a man. And the same way I am attracted to a woman, that man is attracted to a man. So the way me feel about the woman, him feel that way about a man. You get what I want? So therefore, me can't look on a one and say, John, no dog, what you do? Because I look on me who like woman and I say, ew. While me I look on him who like man and I say, ew. You see what I go on there, so people? Yeah, pay attention.
When you say you almost, no, he didn't do anything physical. But when you say you almost turned fish, what that means?
Almost on the game because the enemy of my mind. The enemy of my mind are weird.
So you were lusting after men?
More they say lust still, but the idea of it.
Okay.
You see, because remember your old, alright, remember say, why I never fully understand what I deal with, you know. But I face rejection too. Would feel like that door that they close at one point with woman.
Stick a pin, stick several pins. Now obviously them are judge him and call him out and style him and laugh. However, that sentiment that he shares is not new to me. It is not new. I have heard many females who have been through some bad relationships. I hear them and say, oh, me done with man, me go try woman. And you're like, really and truly? It don't make no sense. And I would even say to some of them like, listen, if you think say the man, them a dog, you know the lesbian girl, them dark with it, them worse, them less loyal than man. They cheat more. They're gonna cheat more and do worse than man in reality. And a lot of women, they go and try. And when they try, they come back and they're like, nah, yo, I was dating this girl and yo, she was way more this than man. And it is true, more controlling, more aggressive sometimes. That's, you know, when you're dating more like the butchy type, you know what I go on. Who know? No. Now, while his sentiment is not new to me, it is the first time I'm hearing it from a man, coming from a man. It is very feminine. It's a feminine statement me hear all the time from females. Them done with man, them a go try woman. Alright. Spooky dookie people, spooky dookie. Who would have thought that foot type? Yeah. We know foot type already. We know him would have defend it. In our way, it's only fitting. After all, the man says straight nation. So you can see why him would have defend Jazeel, because even though Jazeel was tempted, like how Jesus was tempted, you know what I say, by the devil. So them come for Jazeel, quote unquote, and then tempt him. And the man say, oh, my father sing boom bye. Oh, me I got church. Me I walk the street. Me now make them turn me into a fish. The man I say he was seconds away, moments away, almost turned fish. But he chose the straight path. You see me? So maybe him still lean, but him a force the straight path. No, I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. Because if you lean up, might as well be true to yourself than pretending, you know, fighting your demons. Then again, in a sense, if you think about it, right? The pedo guys, they're literally what they are, and they have to fight their urges, and we would encourage them to fight their urges. So that's a thing. Also, the graper guys, that's in their nature, and we would tell them to fight that urge, and that's a thing. Also, you know, the murderers, it's in their nature, and we tell them to fight that. So, in a sense, it's a rough one, people. Share your views and perspectives. Yeah, man. But here we are going to go on right now. We are going to preview episode 3, where 2 Lakhs call out Vybz Kartel, you know, Skillibeng, the youths them nowadays, for dropping the baton, for ruining dancehall, for not using the formula, for not building on the formula. Them ruin dancehall. The idiots, these idiots, talking about the artists and the fans, them. That is what 2 Lakhs is speaking on. So let's preview that episode. These idiots ruin dancehall. 2 Lakhs calls out Vybz Kartel and Skillibeng. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Just Talk podcast. I am your host, CV, the vulture himself. Blessings and respect to one and all tuning in today. I will be reacting to this segment featuring 2 Lakhs and Kashima Francis, talking about these idiots who ruin dancehall. Specifically, seemingly, well, from the title, they're calling out Vybz Kartel and Skillibeng.
Look on this, Kashima. Of course, these idiots ruin dancehall. If you change the formula with people, like, of course, I remember this, are the younger generation, for every generation who changes the music. But if you change it for the worse, you get your chance. All right, one really I run. They make a mistake and make bold. Miggle it. You see, by the time bold reach the idiot was slow, everybody pass him out. Them youth here drop the button. That's what happened.
Yes. So you hear that clearly. The man said the youths them drop the baton. The younger youths them change the formula. And as such, these idiots ruin dancehall. Is that the case? Do I agree? Do I disagree? I most certainly disagree with that sentiment. Even the analogy is quite ridiculous. Saying that the youths them drop the baton. That the older generation was like Usain Bolt. And, they were miggled by these younger generation of artists who seemingly drop the baton.
We dance out. So the man them been a do it to the right formula with this, with that. You check it. Some of the biggest artists them are from back it. Just look on it, no man. Owe me them. And them youth there. And some serious hits them get. None of these youths have not been able to garner international success. Can you tell me why, Kishima, please? May I ask you?
It brings me to my next question. For example, we see now where Bounty Killer has gotten back his visa. So now we're looking at Bounty, Buju, Beanie, Sizzler, and Kartel.
Wow, what a conversation, or lack thereof. Kashima Francis, the man makes such a bold assertion to say that the youths them ruin dancehall. And did you push back? Did you have anything to add to it? You moved on. You seemingly tried to move on right there. Stick up in. The man makes such a bold statement, and I have to say, nothing no go so. First thing first, my friend, it was the elders who dropped the baton. The elders who failed to advance dancehall. The elders who had the opportunities and did nothing with it. For example, Bounty Killer with the No Doubt collaboration. You remember that he did not want to do it? He did not, and Sly had to pressure him and talk him into it and showed him the intricacies of the game and why he should do the collaboration and all of that. You remember that? You remember Being a Man, Janet Jackson collaboration, Being a Man, T.I. collaboration, Being a Man, this, that collaboration, all about Maya Girls Them Sugar remix, collaboration after collaboration. Bounty Killer, along with the Wu-Tang Clan and all of them guys, Brooklyn, all of them collabs and all of that went down. What happened? What came out of it? What came out of all of these elders, working with the international labels? You remember all of that? My bad, not Bounty Killer and Wu-Tang, Bounty Killer and the Fugees. My bad. But what I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, when we look at Elephant Man, Sizzler, these guys being signed to a Bad Boy record label, right? Them have opportunities after opportunities, but they drop the ball at every turn. They did not advance dancehall music on the global stages. In fact, Shaggy and Sean Paul, with their massive success, could not advance dancehall. They've advanced themselves, advanced their music, their wealth, but not the music itself. And besides the elephant in the room, and we're not talking about elephant, man, we have to remember that a lot of these artists like Sean Paul, Shaggy, Shabba Ranks, who get signed to labels, right? Their success is undermined by the fact that they are signed to labels, right? So our artists, our community, our peoples, our fans look down upon them. Their success is like, nah, they ain't did it independent. They ain't did it without it's because the label made Sean Paul. Because the label made Shaggy. It's the label this and the label that. It's the label, Omi. It's the label. So when the artists them say are signing, and if you're signing, you make it big, you're undermined, you're not respected in our culture. And a lot of these people are looking to be respected in their own culture. Because when you look at the Shaggy and Sean Paul, they do not garner the respect in our own culture that they do on the international stages. Our people now rate Sean Paul and Shaggy. A matter of fact, when you think about the top streaming artists them in a full culture, they're not among them in Jamaica. Their stream Yo, it's so crazy how people across the world respect them more than Jamaica. So when you got to talk about the youths, them not having crossover success, that's not it, Tulax. That's not it. It is the investment. Is it worth it, my friend? Is it worth it? For example, let's use a alkaline or a popcorn or a Skillibeng, right? So you want major success. So you have to do major collaborations, major features with major production, major promotion, major marketing, right? Networking, business, that is how it's done. So if you want to make it on the international stages, it's money. It's money. You do remember that there was a time when a music video was costing $1 million US. 1 million. The budget for a music video was literally $1 million US. And we're talking about damn near 20 years ago. 20 years ago, a music video was costing $1 million, right? 1 million. Stick a pin right there. On top of the $1 million for the music video, what about the collaboration? You're doing a major project, you want a Drake, a Rihanna, Beyonce, somebody of note on that song. That may cost you $500,000 just for a feature of one artist. You're doing an album, you might have 5 features on the album, that may cost 2.5 million, right? Let's say $1 million for all 5 features. So that's $1 million US for 5 features, $1 million US for one music video. So we're up to $2 million. Talking about production, talking about marketing and all of that. We're up to millions of US dollars. Now for alkaline, popcorn, etc., why in the world would they invest millions of US dollars with the hopes of making back millions? If them have the millions already, like, why would they take said millions and go put it in a pipe dream? It doesn't make sense. It's not feasible. It's not a sensible investment for these artists who are seeing success on the levels that they're seeing and making millions on the levels that they're seeing, right? So Alkaline is making millions of US dollars. Why would he then take his millions of US dollars and invest? He works so hard to make those millions. He's going to take that million or millions and put it back into music in the hopes of making more millions. I mean, not logical when people are not really buying music like that. When you're not really streaming music like that. When you're not really investing in music like one time. These are not the days of Virgin Records. These are not the days of old where people are really spending like literally on music like that. When it comes to Spotify, the pie chart, if you know the breakdown of the pie charts, the mega artists are the ones who see the percentage. Okay, so literally if you're not in the upper echelon, the 1% of artists like Drake and them, you're not going to see any money from the income that is made from subscription, etc., the overall revenue that Spotify takes in. You don't get a cut of it. So there is no point in these artists going overboard, above and beyond, seeking this international glory when they're already making a lot of money on the levels that they are already. It's laughable when you think about it, people. Quite laughable. Okay, so you see a man, I run him like a jerk chicken center, or him like a jerk pan the roadside, right? And he must see success from it. He must make money from it. He's seen success on a regular. This man is feeding his family, taking care of business with what he's doing. A man, I said to him, say, John, no dog, you just have a little jerk chicken center, a little jerk pan the roadside. You have to take this international in a dog. You can't sell jerk chicken in a Germany, jerk chicken in a New York, jerk chicken all about in a brother. You can't expand, you can't franchise. And it's like, do you know what it takes to franchise? Do you know the levels of investment it takes to get that level, reach to that level, to franchise across the world? Do you understand the red tape, the yellow tape, and all you have to go through? So you're telling someone to literally forego their success and go seek this mega success. I find it laughable. Focus and understand. There's levels to everything, right? So, for example, you're going to school. You're in a class, right? You're top of your class. You're the smartest kid in your class. You're getting 100. You're rocking up. You're getting over 100. You're doing the best in the school. You're the A student, the number one, the ace. You are the one, the top student. And then someone comes to you and they're like, guess what? You're doing great right here. You're excelling like crazy. But this school ain't for you. We have a mega school where all the smartest kids go. And now you're like, hey, I want to test myself. I'm going to go to the school where all the smartest kids go. And then you go to the smartest kids school. And now you're average. You went from being the ace to know you're average. Not everybody can deal with it. Not everybody can wrap their minds around that. That breaks people. Because you were the ace. But among aces, you might not be the ace. If you get what I'm saying. So you might be the fastest runner for your school. But you're not the fastest runner for the country. You might be the fastest runner for your country. But you're not the fastest runner in the world. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like beauty pageant. You might be the beauty pageant winner in your country, but you're not going to win Miss Universe and Miss World. You might win it locally. You get what I'm saying? Because remember, it's bigger stages, it's levels. So you're telling the younger artists them to focus on being this international superstar when the elders that came before failed. Now. Who's the blueprint? Who is the blueprint? Tell me. Because when it comes to the elders them, other than Shaggy and Sean Paul, who are we looking to? Shabba? Shabba walked away from music, really and truly. So did Super Cat. Who are we looking to? Who is that person we can say, yo, you know what? They had that crossover success megally other than Sean Paul and Shaggy. And we see them as Puerto Rican mix. Yeah, they're not seen as authentic Jamaican. Their music, crossover music, pop music, etc. People don't see them as authentic reggae and dancehall. Watered down music. Have you forgotten? Who is the blueprint? So many elders came before, but who saw that levels of success that you're referring to? Who? Who did it? Who maintained it? I'm curious. Beanie Man? Beanie? Bounty? Who are we looking to? I'm just curious. Patra? Who? Ari Belafonte? Tracy Chapman? Who are we looking to? Who? I'm about to be an owl. Who?
Do you feel like now that they have free access to the US, you feel like dancehall internationally, like this dynamic will change or how it will impact dancehall internationally?
Remember, Kishima, every generation change. The new generation of youth, them will run the thing. That generation, they will support the media. No business with no bounty killer, no cartel, no nothing. No matter you say them a cuss over cartel or riches, them a cuss over. Cartel smart. Cartel has come back, come show say no broke. But really and truly, cartel is yet to make an impact as it relates to music for income from prison the right way. And this is not taken away from Cartel being one of the greatest DJ ever lived. But when the generation change, them respect the man them from before. Them able to do that. Some of them. Because some of them blatantly diss the man them from before. But the man them from before make them name and them solid. So Cartel, like Stone Love and the rest of Big Son them from day one. Them a live off of them name. And what them create from before. So yes, Killer them were able to make an impact, but as it relates to growth, it not gonna grow unless them youth here, where the world are look to now as a younger one them start do the right thing. It not gonna know it till the youth them start do it good.
Boy. You know, people like 2 Lakhs, me didn't think say them have sense, you know. And more them talk, me say them full of crap, you know. Like a crap, the man full of doo-doo. Bro G, you do realize you're talking a bunch of nonsense. It's infrastructure. You understand? The way music was distributed back then versus now is a lot different. The people who had control over the music still do have control over the music. It's still the Sharon Burke, them. It's still them people like the one where, you know, manage Busy. Them kind of man there. Are them. You see me? Are them control the music industry same way. And like I've said before, when it comes down to the youths, them taking control, the older heads have to move out the way. You can't say the youth them a drive the vehicle in the wrong direction, but they don't have the steering. They're not the one now. They're not the ones navigating. They're not the ones driving. When the music call come in, for who forget buffer concert, They're not recommending the youths them. They're not calling the youths them. They're calling the Sharon Burke them. Them are call them people, the butler them. Them are call them and them are refer to who. Them are call the footer hype them and them are refer to who. They're the ones that's actually controlling it, still being gate kept from the youths them. But then you now put the pressure upon the youths them. You know want to talk reality, talk reality. All of these older heads who control the music industry, them have to move out of the way. The youths them have to capitulate to them and the youths them not dep on that. So the youths them staying at them on a corner. That's why the youths them now, alright, for example, right? Cause yo people, me I tell you no say levels, you know. Me no overs, me no understand how 2 lakhs are slow. For example, people, guess what? You know why Vybz Kartel continuously dep on the older sounding rhythms them? Why I'm always have the authentic dancehall rhythms or samples? Why is that? Why does he continue to do that? How can he do it? Let me tell you, the producers like Scatter, TJ them, who have the rights to the music, who have the rights to use certain sounds and samples, the older rhythms, who have rights to like Rice and Peas rhythm, who can use bits and pieces of the older rhythms them, not the older producers them. And then at the same time, Scatter can and TJ them can call out some people where begin at the industry and say, alright, Sly, yo, more Sly and Robbie, more on this, or more on that, or more on that. Them can link King Jammins, them can link, they can make the calls to certain people, right? You know, RIP who did already. I say, for example, who control those music, those pieces of music, right? So, what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, people, understand that the youths them, the younger producers them, they don't have that access. The younger artists them, they don't have that access. Them can't get past certain rhythms. Because if them link certain people don't know them youth, they don't rate them youth, it's just too complex. So they might make it look like it's that simple, like the authentic dancehall rhythms. Bro, for example, let's use Alkaline again. There is this perception that Alkaline is disrespectful, that him not respect the elders them, that him not rate nobody. So at the end of the day, when it comes to Alkaline, certain people don't want to do business with him. Certain old producers, them not rate him because with them here, I know people talk about him. Even though it is far from the truth, the fact is that people hear things and perception often becomes reality when you think about it, right? So man, all them youth there, him no rate people, him no this, him no that. So them stay far from him. So a man like him know say, alright, watch out, me a stay far from people. Me na mo on a corner. Me a try different sounds. Me a work with the younger youths them. Me work with Sartout. Me work with Javi them. Me work with younger producers and we try to come up with new sounds and play instruments and this and that. And that is what Alkaline does. He tries to fuse music and do different things because he understands. Even though him love the authentic dancehall sound, him know say watch out, him not link to certain people and him not have access to certain sounds. So them have to try new things. So when man talk about authentic dancehall or old school dancehall, you have to understand this is business. Business and things have copyright. Things have trademark. You can't just use people things, bro, G. So that sound or those sounds, that authentic sound that you're looking for, guess what? Those music are copywritten. You know, just go use people music. So it's absolutely scary to me that 2 lakhs them don't know them thing of people. And a lot of people on the sideline, they don't understand the complexities. They think, oh, you can't just use sounds and use this and use that. No, you cannot. For example, we can talk about the applause rhythm. Well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you want that rhythm there. Rhythm bad. But you check the sounds. Dan Carly only sounds in there to a snow cone use. So at the end of the day, you know, say Dan sit down and Dan watch and Dan say, when that pop off snow cone, I forgot pay me. It's business, people. This ain't no niceties out here. So the youths them understand the ball game and know say them have to do them own thing. So all what about the youths them now carry this thing international and the authentic sounds and trap dancehall and rap style and they're just doing what they have to do. Cause it's a survival thing. It's a survival story. And most of those elders back then that had opportunities, a lot of them are hungry today. The youths them no want hungry. So the youths, them want control, they want creative rights, they want independency. That is why a Vybz Kartel did not sign over his rights to nobody, because he learned from VP and Greensleeve and saw like even artists like Egyptian to this day can't even put out music. The youths, them on a fool. You see what them do to Egyptian, them can't do to a Alkaline. Them can't do to a Popcorn. Wake up and smell the breeze, fam.
So killer them could have traveled down Europe, traveled down US, do everything. Feed them time, they bought the hand over already. When you watch a relay and it pass over and the man anchor it now, you look back when the man run out first? No who are go win you look on.
But something that you said, Two Locks, because I do get your point. I get your point in saying the no generation of entertainers. First of all, would you say Skillibeng, for example, would you say like Skillibeng has like him bust internationally? Would you give that to him?
All right, so watch me. That's a yes and no, because a lot of things in the music. Here's one. Remember, so we in a time now where.
And trust me, people, that one about 40 minutes long. You see me I say episode 3. So me need you to check in, clock in, watch the video them, hit the like button, share the views and perspective, subscribe to the channel, Just Talk Podcast. You know, look out for the podcast episodes then, because trust me, a lot of episodes, a lot of content, a lot of topics to cover. And I like say we relegated to just mix up and drama and this and that. We can talk about any topics where the people want me cover, me can give my insights. If you don't want me react to something political, something religious, something international, anything, I understand at the end of the day, it's a Just Talk Podcast. You see me? If you have certain guests or somebody want to be featured on the episode, why not? Siempre, you understand? So look forward to special guests and interviews and stuff like that. Nothing off limits. You understand, people? Trust me. Nothing off limits when it comes to the Just Talk Podcast. You never know. You get surprised. You see, me might have some extreme special guests. Who knows? We're not putting no limits on the thing, people. We just kick it off and know that we are. You see me? But as time progresses, we're not going to see a whole heap of things to come. It's just the beginning. We just have to get the thing out there, get the thing active, get the people them lock in, so that we can start to bring in guests and have even panel type discussions and stuff like that for the podcast, you know, bring in some different type of reasoning and them things there. So look forward to that. You understand, ladies and gentlemen? I love and respect of it, you see me. So here we go on, captain of the Vulture Squad. Vulture in my own self right now, but the Vulture never stop. So big up on yourself, people. Hope you enjoy this promotion for the Just Talk Podcast. So subscribe to the channel, link in the description, also pin in the comments. Big up on yourself. You see me, captain of the Vulture Squad. I'm out.